We're live.
Uh-oh. Oops, who pressed the button? I did some cementing yesterday, and then last night it rained. It's like, but I used quickset cement.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
Yeah, I was actually surprised. A lot of concrete actually sets better if it's kept moist.
okay.
And it takes years. Like the Hoover Dam in America is still setting, believe it or not, 60 or 70 years after they built it. And they had to keep it cool. So what they did was they put pipes all the way through the concrete and pumped ice water through it because cement gets hot when it's being poured, like it's a chemical reaction. So, no, just more trivial information from the brain of Robbo that gets stacked in there.
No, I knew it was going to rain last night. And when I woke up yesterday, it was 27 when I woke up.
Oh yeah.
At 6 o'clock in the morning, it's like, I think I might get up and do the cementing.
Yeah. Where was that, inside or outside?
That was in my house, but it wasn't much cooler outside. It was because we got very high humidity.
Yeah, the concrete. Where was that? Inside the shed or outside?
Both. It was right on the corner, and I've made the pavers stick out about that far, all the way around the outside of the shed as well.
Yeah.
And then cemented all the way around the outside of those pavers because I need a bit of a water gap kind of thing. How you going, Neil?
How you going?
G'day, Neil. How the hell are you?
Yeah.
Teddy in the middle.
How's the back going?
Today.
Yeah.
Yeah, this back's just getting worse and worse and worse. So I thought, fuck it. Go see a big
we're live, Neil.
Oh, yeah, well.
How you going? It's not Piggy in the middle today. It's Teddy in the middle, all right?
Yeah. I'm surprised we've got enough room on our screen.
Bloody teddy bear, God.
Don't you know how to change that?
Sorry?
Don't you know how to change your name?
Yeah, I do. I just didn't even see it. So.
He never takes any notice.
Yeah, I could change it to whatever I wanted then.
I seem to be doing less and less and doing more and more damage. So
yeah,
which takes longer and longer to get over. So it's sort of not quite sure what to do. But anyway,
did you go and look at those AIs? You could spend your retirement on an AI.
Yeah, nah. Not that I have anything to spend anyway, but
yes, Neil, you're like me, a poor old pensioner now.
Yeah, a pensioner that doesn't have a pension.
Same with us.
At least you can apply for it. I can't even apply.
No, not worth. Our financial advisor says not worth me applying for a pension.
No, well, I will be when I can, but I can't.
Yeah.
Mind you, to even apply, I've got to do my tax returns, and I'm a bit behind on them. So.
Oh, good day, Bob.
Good day.
How you going, Bob?
Hey, Bob.
Good, thank you. And you?
I'm tired.
Oh, and Tommy's in there as well.
Working on repairing a fence that the wind blew over.
Yeah, we lost the tops out of 3 trees yesterday.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, it was that bloody windy.
Can I have the wood for turning?
Nah, it's not worth it.
How you going, Tommy?
You still digging up bait, Tommy?
My
Well,
client came to.
I have heard that turning wood from a tree that has been blown over is not a good thing to do.
Sometimes, yeah.
Full of
They
stress
get
crack.
Why?
internal shakes down them.
Yeah. It can look good. You can turn. I did some stuff that way, and I didn't know the tree had. Well, the person said it had something. He called it a shock, and it got blown over, and it was from the bottom 10 feet of the tree, and all of a sudden, the piece that I had it on a shelf, and I was waiting. You know, I had it finished and was waiting to do some other work to it. I mean, I had shape to it. Set it aside to dry some more, and the darn thing broke in half all by itself.
Sorry, Bob.
And Tommy said he just got up for a drink, just going back to bed.
Oh, all right.
Well, it's probably what time is it over there?
Bloody
Yes.
early.
2:30 in the morning. Go back to bed, Tommy.
Thanks for coming in, Tommy. Don't forget to hit the like button.
I don't know if you can hear it through the microphone here, but it is raining like hell down there at the moment.
I didn't hear it until you got up. You must have opened the door or something before.
Yeah, no, I walked out to the doorway, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
It's
a little
very-
bit last night, and that was it.
We got 70% humidity today, and we've got between 50 to 70% humidity for the next week.
Yeah. Bugger
I'm
that.
glad I'm not in Queensland because it's much better humidity here.
You do get used to it.
Yeah. Oh. All right. I'll take your word for it.
No, funnily enough, you do get used to it. Like, I worked in Townsville for a while, and man, the humidity up there, you'd have a shower and you just couldn't dry off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I had when I was in Nam, it would be there were days, and I'm sure Robo, you had the same thing. You were always wet,
Yep.
always. I mean, it got not to be crude or whatever, but it just to relieve yourself. It didn't matter because you were soaking wet, and it was wet and gooey, or it was raining, and your uniform was always soaking wet, stuck to your body. You'd often have stuff where you'd be 3 weeks before you could even get in your shower.
Hey, Bob.
Didn't want to jump in the clong and cool it off.
Hey, Bob, have a guess where I'm doing this live from.
Oh, it's obvious. You've got a chair in a big empty shed.
Well, empty shed. I don't know about the big part.
Yeah. Hey!
I thought it was just your new toilet.
All right, I'll catch you later, Neil. Thanks for coming in. Bloody mongrels.
Well, believe it or not, Jay, I started in a 3 metre by 3 metre shed.
Yep, same here.
On the veranda post lathe sitting out through the door that I had to have a cover. I had to cut the door out to close the doors of a night time. And I couldn't turn veranda post if it was raining.
Yeah, that's my view.
Gorgeous view.
My
you've
first
been-
shed was only 5 feet high, so I actually had to duck to get in and stand up. Like, I couldn't stand up.
You've been doing some cleaning up in that yard by the look of it, Joe.
It's a different part of the yard.
Oh, right.
No, but I have been, yes. I've been clearing the area so that there's room for the lathe to never get here.
Oh, yeah.
This is all we were really waiting for, was to get this into position and get all the silicon done around the edges, all watertight and stuff, and that's all done now. I put the door and the computer and stuff in here yesterday, so now we started cleaning the backyard and it's getting there.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Oh,
look
it
like-
takes time.
Doesn't look like a tip at least anymore.
You'll notice a bit of difference in the size of that one anyway.
Well,
And it's amazing if you plan things properly how much stuff you can fit in.
yeah,
Like as I said, I've got a friend, Nathan, that works in a stairwell. So
Yep.
like underneath the stairs. And it's only about 5 foot wide and about 12 foot long.
yeah. No, the last shed, I thought I had everything right, but
Uh,
this time I made sure I had a shelf that was 3 times the length. I know it's a flat spot and it's still going to get filled with shit, but I'll make sure I get the computer and monitor up there before any of that happens.
that's all right. Like I've been in this shed now for 30 years and I still alter things around.
Yeah. I just got to clean out, because instead of having 2 benches in here, because even having the other lathe in here, there still won't be any room for a bench down this end. So I'm only going to have one down that end, and then I've got down in the corner here, I've got an old stainless steel frame from a stall, like a bar
yeah.
stall. I'm gonna extend that a little bit with some square aluminium tubing from Bunnings, and I'm gonna just height wise, and I'm gonna mount the grinder to that, so it's kind of right behind me, so I can just turn around and grind. And because the one bench that I've got, that's going to be pretty much full of bloody. I've got to have the sander on that, the bandsaw. I've got a drill press that's hasn't seen the light of day for over a year. That could probably get pulled out and used as well. So yeah, it's going to be full, and I've got to have my tools on the pegboard behind it. So it's going to be interesting to get to my tools, but I'll figure something out, because I've got, it's got like a mid mount railing on this shed, and I deliberately put the front wall. I put that upside down deliberately so I could put hooks into the U-shaped stuff. So I'm going to try and maybe hang something there. I don't know.
You'll avoid hanging your tools on magnetic strips.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
I do.
Yeah, I know you did.
No, I'll just
Hey?
I've never had a problem with it being magnetic.
Oh, geez. Yeah, well, that's because you don't do real turning.
one piece of wood comes flying off the lathe and smacks into this shed. It's gonna knock those tools off, so I wouldn't even bother. So it's like a wave shed.
My tools are on a sloping backwards, but they're held there with magnetic strips. And for the long ones that have stainless steel shafts, I have broom handle catches. So I've got my tools on a swinging door that I slam shut, and they still don't fall off. So
Yeah. What is the light all right for everyone?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That's good because where I've mounted it, I can't bloody move them.
The only
Well,
thing that would help, in my opinion, would be from the support bar up, you paint the shed white. That would give you much more light in there. That way the light would reflect, so you'd see more white.
Is it a sunny day? Is it a sunny day there, Jay?
No, I'm right under the lights.
No. What's happening is it's almost as if it's sunlight reflecting off the tin.
Yeah, no, it's the lights reflecting off the tin.
Because it's every now and again it goes really bright and then it goes down again.
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting here too.
Yeah, me. That's why my walls are all pegboard. I start off with the regular wall and then I stick 2 inches of insulation in it because it's 2x4 or 4x2 studs. And then on top of that, I put a plastic vapor barrier over it. And over that, I hang pegboard. And that way, if I just don't like a tool where it's at and I have trouble getting to it, or I'm making something and 4 or 5 of something, I have an area which that is where I put my project tools, in essence, that I grab all the time. And then when I'm done and I'm working on something else, I'll put them back with their brothers and sisters, in essence, where I keep them all. Like I've got 12, 13, 14 gouges over the years that are really good, but I don't use them all. I just
Couldn't say that, could you?
I put things where I'm going to use them, and then for the projects or what I feel like turning, and then put the others back in visual storage. If they're not visually on the wall somewhere, I know they're in probably my roll-around cabinet in the drawer. But there's the tools you use every day for a project that you really like, have them close by, and the rest of them, I just hang them up, and that way I don't lose them on pegboard. I don't know if you call it pegboard and what we call pegboard, but
Yeah, no, masonite with holes in it.
yep, makes the room holy.
Yeah, we
No,
don't. I
mine-
don't get, so I certainly
my
don't
tool.
get as cold as yours, but 2 inches of insulation, etc., filling up your stud. That's using 2 inches of my shed space.
Yeah,
Well, it's the stud. I'm just making use of the hollow in the studs, and sometimes I put shelves in there. But I'm out there in the winter, and I'm using a kerosene heater to heat it.
Yeah.
And before I insulated it, I would go through big tanks, 4 of them during the winter alone. And now that I've got everything but just a little bit of one of the roof sections, which I'll do here in a few weeks, I'll have the whole thing up sealed. But I've gone down from 6 to 8 of the big tanks down to 2. So it's a lot cheaper, I find, because of the cold weather to insulate it. And in hot weather too. Today outside was 91. And inside, it's still hot,
Chris.
but it was 80 degrees indoors and 91 outside in the sun because of the insulation. It also keeps the heat out in the winter. It also keeps the heat in the summer.
How you going, Chris?
good day, Chris. Another thing, just to answer you from a question the other day, Chris, another thing that tends to throw out a bowl when you put it in on a tenon is that the timber compresses at different rates around the jaws in a lot of cases, particularly wet timber, and that throws it out. That's the other reason I never finish a bowl until I've turned it around.
Someone got their YouTube open or something. I heard the echo of what Robbo said.
Yeah, it's probably Bob mucking about.
Anyway, I got to go do some casting.
Yeah, I've got to go shortly too.
I want to get it done before I go to the dock. So,
Yeah. Good day, Blair.
cheers all.
Thanks for coming in, Neil. Take it easy.
Yeah, see you later, Neil.
How you going, Blair?
Hopefully, Neil, what I sent you will help you.
Oh, he's gone already, Dr. Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be knocking it on the head soon too. I'm going to go and have some lunch. What's the time? Yeah, about 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's about the same for me.
So is that all you did today, Bob, was fix a fence? Hello?
Yeah, I got on the fence that got blown over. All I have now is a big gate to fix. And it's one of these
Hey,
big
Bob.
wooden gates that take 2
By the
people.
end of your summer, you would have fixed the whole fence. Yes, Blair?
That's why it's echoing.
Yeah,
Got nothing in it yet except Jay.
now the rain's coming.
Have you got a nickname for your shed yet? You just
It's a
can't
lot
say
hotter.
I'm going out to my shed because you got 2.
I don't know. It's a lot hotter than the last one. I know that. I was in here the other day and it was hot as hell in there. I was like, I don't know if I can stay in here in the summertime. I had to buy myself an air conditioner in here, I think. I call it the hot box.
Well, we've got names for all the certain parts of my shed. Like there's the shed, which is the main workshop, and then we've got the annex, which is where the headstock of Henry is.
Yeah.
And then in the front part there, where you seen, that's Siberia because it's as hot as hell in summer, and as cold as buggery in winter. And then out we've got number 1, 2, and 3 container.
Yeah.
And then the red container, that's another one. Because we had stuff stacked everywhere and it was far easier to say to the girls or the fellas working here, look, it's in number 1 container out the back there.
Yeah.
Or it's in Siberia.
Do you get insulation in the roll or by the long sheet?
No, we actually put all foam insulation into ours. And 4 inches on the roof.
That's cheaper.
It was for us because we used to use it on the motorhome. So, yeah.
Oh yeah. Like for Jay, what would be for him? A bunch
Foam.
of roll.
Panels of foam.
Yeah.
How wide are the panels that go in there? Well, and you
Oh,
just
look.
glue them in, I would
I can
think.
get the ones that I was looking at were 2.5 meters by 1200. No, 2.5 meters by 1200 mil. I think they were, or something like that.
8x4s they are.
So the shed's 3 meters long. So that's pretty much the length of the shed.
So have you figured how many panels you need for the whole thing, including the ceiling?
I one, two, three, and the little bits on the ends. Got to cut the door out, so that can be one of the bits that goes on the ends. Maybe about 5 pieces.
What's it cost per piece?
Offhand, I honestly couldn't tell you. I've emailed a company that makes it that puts a thin sheet of aluminium over the top of their foam. I'm just waiting for them to get back to me. They were local to me too. I could drive and get them.
Well, maybe you ought to drive and talk to them. Tell them
not
about
sure if they're open. I'm not sure.
your international program that you do. Show them, I'm serious. Maybe they'll give you enough to do it for cost and be, in essence, one of the sponsors, but would have their name on one of the sheets for marketing.
Another thing you can do. Another thing you can do.
Coverage.
Another thing you can do, Jay, is ask if they've got any cover sheets.
Yeah.
Because they normally put a shitty one on the outsides of the packs.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of them get thrown away.
Yeah. Yeah, I could do that.
And same with
Sorry.
plywood or anything like that. They'll ask them if like I deal with a plywood distributor, and quite often I'll ask if they've got any cover sheets because it's only for making jigs or something like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be real good stuff.
Yeah. I think the only problem this place is going to have with my inquiry is that they have a minimum order, but they don't say what the minimum order is online. You see, so I'm kind of thinking my shed is not their minimum order.
No, your shed is a place for global free advertising. It is. And if they have seconds that they can't sell, be a great place to sell them and tell them what you want them for. I mean, so you got a cut in them. You got to put them together like a big jigsaw puzzle, cut pieces to fit.
Yeah, I'm going to need something anyway because it was a hole of 30C in here the other day and it was bloody hot. It was bad.
Oh, yeah. But I'm sure they just personally go and tell them what you do, show some pictures of the shed you have now. You know, get pictures on your phone. You can pull out and say, this is what I do now. And use your printer and make up some business cards that talk about you and your international group that you have nightly. Because it's real. You got an international group that join you. And
I'll send them
some pictures. You know, they're liable to say, well, we have this scrap of this over in the corner here. Load it up, or where can we drop it off at? And then find out what type of adhesive they have, you know, to put it up with. They might even help you with a tube of that.
They got these. They're like a little, a drawing pin with a sticky back. And you stick them like about that far apart from each other, like all over your shed, and then just stab the foam onto it.
And then all you need is some plywood on top of that, where you can screw stuff into it. Not 1/8 inch. You need something a little thicker than that, but you know.
All right, I've got to go, unfortunately, lunchtime. So I shall catch you all later, gentlemen.
All right, thanks for coming in.
See you later, Chris, Blair, Tommy, if you're still listening.
Hello, Effie.
Hello, Effie. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm just
hi,
about
Effie.
to leave.
Me too, by the way. I'm going to run away and have my lunch, but I do appreciate everyone for coming in.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll do one tomorrow or not. I won't have the lathe in here tomorrow, but I know that for sure. But I'll definitely have it in here in the next couple of days.
Yeah, but you can remember, insulation should come first, and then some wood over it to make the wall solid enough you can put screw boards in and put hooks, or pegboard is what I use. That might
Okay,
be
Bob.
for you.
My shed. If I filled my shed with ply on the walls, my shed would go like this, and just collapse in on itself. No, I'll put bits of ply here and there, but only periodically in spots where I want to hang stuff. I'm not going to put it all over it.
Yeah, but the insulation you should put everywhere. That should
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Sturdier.
Definitely. Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. And I've got a bit of carpet to go on the floor. A bit of old thrashed out carpet to go on the floor. So
That'll cut down a lot of vibration from the lathe.
yeah. All right, I'm going to knock it on the head. Thank you very much for coming in. Do appreciate it. All right.
Catch you later.
See you later. See you later, Blair, Effie, Sid, Chris. Thanks for coming in. Bye.